The dust has settled in E-Rantel. The remnants of the cult have met their end. Clementine is dead, Khajiit is gone, and Momin, hero of the city, stands victorious. The citizens cheer his name, praising him for saving the city from the cult. Yet for all the revelry on the surface, deep within the belly of the beast, Ainz, the true mastermind behind it all, is already thinking 5 moves ahead. In the dim oil lamplight of the throne room, deep inside the great tomb of Nazareth, Ainz, the Overlord, summons his most trusted subordinates. Demiurge, the terrifying demon of logic and cruelty, Albedo, his devoted overseer, Shaltir, the beautiful vampire, Cocytus, the icy emperor scorpion, Aura, the little cat girl, and Mare, the horned demon, all kneel before him. They are not just his servants, they are his family, and to them, he is more than a master, he is their god. Ainz does not bask in the praise or revel in the victory. Instead, he sits upon his ornate obsidian throne, his skeletal fingers steepled before him, his glowing red eyes burning with an intense light. He ponders over the events that have transpired, analyzing every decision, every action, calculating every consequence. For Ainz knows that while they have triumphed in this battle, the war for the world's domination has only just begun. The celebration in E-Rantel may rage on, but in the depths of Nazareth, a new plan is taking shape. As the other guardians watch patiently, waiting for their master's command, Ainz speaks, his voice echoing with power. I am pleased with your performance today. Each of you played a part in ensuring our objectives were met. However, one victory does not secure our place in this world. We are still viewed as outsiders. Our true strength remains hidden and our goals are far from realized. My lord Ainz, what are your orders? Demiurge asks, his eyes burning with strategy and malice. Ainz turns his gaze towards Demiurge, a faint smile playing on his lips. Demiurge, you are a being of pure strategy and cunning. Tell me, how does one truly subjugate a populace? Before Demiurge can respond, Shaltir interjects, with overwhelming force, my lord. Crush their resistance and they will submit. Her tone is sharp, confident, reflecting her years as a high-ranking vampire and warrior. Ainz considers Shaltir's words, then shakes his head slowly. While I agree that force is a potent tool, it is not the most efficient. It is like smashing a walnut with a hammer. Yes, it works, but there are better, more elegant ways to crack it open. Albedo, who had remained silent up until this point, chimes in, perhaps we could use misinformation and propaganda to sway public opinion, my lord. Her tone is soft yet firm, her words carefully chosen. Ainz's smile widens, and he leans back into his throne. That is a thought, Albedo, but which do you think would be more effective? A kingdom built on fear or one built on reverence and devotion? Albedo, taken aback by her master's question, hesitates. She considers the implications of each approach, weighing the pros and cons. Demiurge, ever the pragmatist, cuts through the silence. With respect, my lord, the choice is clear. A kingdom built on fear will crumble just as quickly as it is raised. But a kingdom built on reverence and devotion can endure for eternity. Ainz nods slowly, his smile never fading. Indeed, Demiurge, you understand correctly. That is the path we shall take. He pauses, letting the weight of his words sink in. We shall build a nation of darkness, a true kingdom, one that will endure for eternity. His gaze sweeps over his assembled guardians, his eyes burning with determination. And we shall do it in such a way that those who oppose us will not merely submit, but will come to worship us. The assembled guardians exchange glances, each digesting their master's words. There is a palpable shift in the air, a buzz of excitement mixed with anticipation. Ainz continues, his voice echoing with power. We are not merely conquerors, we are rulers. Those who serve us will not be subjects, they will be disciples. And those who defy us will not meet their end. They will become disciples of another kind, bound to serve us eternally. He rises from his throne, his skeletal frame towering over his kneeling servants. His red eyes gleam with unholy light. Do you understand? I want you all to spread my name across this world. Let them know who Ainz is. Let them tremble at the very mention of my name. Let them look to me as a beacon of power, as a bringer of salvation, as a harbinger of the end. I want them to call me Momin, the hero of E-Rantel, As Ainz utters these words, his presence seems to expand, filling the throne room with an aura of power and menace. His voice echoes, bouncing off the walls adorned with countless skulls, each a testament to his past victories. Ainz fixes his gaze on Demiurge, his voice resonating with authority. Demiurge, I leave the specifics to you. Show the world our strength. Let them witness our benevolence, our mercy. For now, I have not yet grown tired of playing the hero. Demiurge bows his head in acknowledgement, his crimson eyes gleaming with fervor. As you wish, my lord. Then let the preparations begin. We shall paint this world in the colors of darkness. Meanwhile, far from the shadowy depths of Nazareth, in the opulent palace of the kingdom of Ainz, Princess Renner watches the unfolding events with keen interest. Her sapphire blue eyes gleam with intelligence as she studies the reports detailing Momon's exploits. She sits upon a plush velvet throne, her delicate fingers steepled before her. Her expression is unreadable, betraying none of the thoughts that race through her mind. On a large wooden table before her, maps of the region are spread out, dotted with pieces that signify armies and important figures. She traces the borders of the kingdom with her fingertip, a thoughtful frown creasing her forehead. To her right sits a young aide, his face pale and drawn, clearly anxious about something. Your Highness, are you not worried about the undead? Surely we should send aid to E-Rantel, he says, his voice tight with tension. Renner lifts her head, her gaze piercing. And what good would that do? The situation in E-Rantel is far from stable. Sending troops now would be akin to throwing them into a maelstrom. No, we must wait for the right moment. The aide fidgets nervously, but before he can speak, Renner raises a hand, silencing him. Do not fret, Sebas. I am aware of the risks, but rest assured, I have a plan. This so-called Momon has proven himself to be a capable warrior, perhaps even a hero. But heroes are mere pawns in the game of nations. I intend to meet with him, to discuss the possibility of forming an alliance. Sebas gasps, his eyes widening in alarm. But why, Your Highness? We barely know this man. What if he has ulterior motives? Renner's lips curve into a sly smile. Precisely because we know so little about him, Sebas, that he becomes all the more interesting. Think of it as a puzzle. Every move he makes, every decision he has is a piece of the solution. All I have to do is observe and deduce. She leans back in her throne, her eyes gleaming with excitement. Oh, this is going to be most intriguing. Meanwhile, far away from the intrigue and scheming of the human kingdoms, in the desolate wastelands beyond civilization, a great evil stirs. Strange and terrifying creatures awaken from their ancient slumber, drawn to the disturbances caused by Ainz and his guardians. They sense the growing darkness and prepare to make their move. A storm is gathering on the horizon, and Ainz the supreme overlord, stands at its eye, ready to unleash his terror upon the world.